Hello students, in the last lecture we have seen what is meant by session and how to interact with the session in PHP. In this lecture we will see what are functions and how the function works in PHP. We have already seen some of the PHP functions like print function, date function, then set cookie, session underscore start, number underscore format, some of the functions that we have already seen in PHP. Now these functions have already been defined by PHP, or in other words we say these functions are built-in functions in PHP. We can create our own functions like these functions in PHP. Once we have created our own functions, the functions that we have written and the built-in PHP functions are used in the same manner. Now, why to use these functions? Because creating a function can save lot of our time in programming, and therefore here we will see how to pass the information to the function, how to use the default values in a function, and have our function a return value, how to declare a function with a return value. So before the other thing, first let us begin with creating and using the simple function. Once we create a function, the action of that function takes place each time the function is called, just like a print function sends the text to a browser with every use. So as like we use the print statement every time in order to print a certain message to the web browser or to the browser window, so in the similar fashion we can use our user defined functions once they are created. So the syntax to create a user defined function is like, it should start with a keyword function followed by a function name of your choice, of user's choice, followed by a parenthesis, then the opening curly bracket and the closing curly bracket, and in between these two curly brackets the code of block that will be executed whenever a function is called. Now the requisite element of this function are, means the code block, or whenever we declare a function, what are the requisite element of a function. So the requisite elements include the word function, then the function name, the opening and closing parenthesis, the opening and closing brackets, and the statements. Now within these brackets we have said that there are the statements that will be executed whenever we call a function. So any valid PHP code can be written within the statements area of the function, including the calls to another function. There is also no limit on the number of statements a function can contain. You can write as many statements as you want, but make sure each statement must end with a semicolon. So all the statements within this block can be any valid PHP code, or a call to another PHP function, or a call to another user defined function. There is no limit on the number of statements that a function can contain, but one thing we have to remember is that every statement within this code block must end with a semicolon. There are certain points that we should remember while working with the functions. We can use the same naming convention for the functions as we do for variables, just without the initial dollar sign. As like our normal variable content starts with a dollar sign, initial dollar sign followed by either the underscore or any alphabetical character, the function name, the naming convention for the function uh, will be the same as like our variable, just without the initial dollar sign. The second point to remember is that we should create a meaningful function name. We should not create some random name like ABC, PQR, XYZ, right? So by looking at the name of the function, we should understand, the user should understand, the developer should understand what that function is meant to be. So we have to remember this thing. The next thing that we have to remember is not to use the blank spaces. Not to use the blank spaces in the function name. Instead, we can use the underscore as a logical replacement for the blank space. Now, unlike the variables, function name in PHP are not case sensitive, but we should stick with a consistent naming scheme. We should follow the same naming conventions. We should follow the consistent naming patterns while writing the functions. We should use the same function name, similar kind of function name for every function that we are going to write. Now let's have an example. Suppose this is the simple function that we have written. Its name is whatever. So we have declared a function with the keyword function followed by the function name, and function name is whatever, then the pair of parentheses. In the curly bracket, we are just printing the message that print whatever. So this function, whenever called, will just print the message whatever. We call the function by referring to it just as you do any built-in function. So whenever we want to call this function, once it is declared, it is permanently stored in the PHP memory and it can be called at any time. So whenever this function is called, whenever this function is invoked, so it can be called in a similar way we call the built-in PHP function. So the line of code to call this function is whatever, pair of parentheses, semicolon. Now this statement will cause, or this will cause the statement part of the previously defined function, that is the print statement, to be executed. So whenever this whatever function is called, it will always print the message whatever, because in the code block of this function we have written just a single print statement and we are printing a string, that is whatever. So this is how the functions are being created in PHP. In the next video lecture, we will see how to create and call the functions that takes the argument.